Howdy everyone, welcome to another episode of Investing Kev. We are on episode 76 and this video is for the Uxin army out there. Uxin is a very quiet company when it comes to their earnings report. I kept checking in weekly for a long time when I thought they'd come out with their earnings report, but it never happened until now. We're going to take a look at their earnings report and the fiscal year 2022 highlights. I also have a few things I want to share with you in regards to the future of Uxin and the industry that it's in. If you like my content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think. It's been a busy couple of months and I haven't consistently come out with a video. I'm still really thankful for the love and support people show, so thank you for that. Alright everyone, let's get started. I want to take a look at Uxin's fourth quarter and fiscal year 2022 report. Here are a few things that stand out. In the fourth quarter ending March 31st, 2022, their revenues were at 505.7 million RMB. This is about $80 million US. This is compared to 506.6 million in the last quarter and 168 million renminbi in the same period last year. They had a transaction volume of 4,231 units compared to 4,865 the previous quarter. This is still up from the year prior, which is at 1,719 units. The gross margin was 0.2% compared with 4.1% the last quarter and 4.6% in the same period last year. Their loss from continuing operations was at 109.5 million renminbi. This is compared with 72.8 million renminbi in the last quarter and 97.4 million in the same period last year. Looking at their fiscal year 2022 overall highlights, their total revenues were at 1.63 billion renminbi. This is about $258.1 million US. This was an increase of 148.9% from the prior year. Their transaction volumes were at 15,755 units, which was an increase of 49.1%. Last fiscal year, they were at 10,566 units. The gross margin was at 2.9% compared to negative 2.5% the year prior. The difference is attributed to Uxin switching to a full inventory owning company model compared to the prior year. And the loss from continuing operations was at 278.9 million renminbi. This was compared with 552 million renminbi the year prior. I want to read some things from the CEO Feng Lin. During the fourth quarter, we grew our retail revenue by 37% quarter over quarter and 156% year over year. This was driven by higher retail transaction volume despite COVID and off-season impacts. Such impacts also compressed our gross margin in the quarter as we restructured our inventory. However, we expect our margin profile to gradually return to normal levels in the following quarters. The fiscal year of 2022 marked our first full year of operation under the inventory owning model. This enabled us to achieve a 149% year-over-year increase in our total revenues of the year. And in the fiscal year 2022, we achieved our business goals for the year. Our Xi'an RRC's operations were disrupted by COVID countermeasures in the fourth quarter. This is also the traditional used car off-season due to the Spring Festival holidays. However, we achieved a higher retail transaction volume as a result of our sales ramp-up in our Hefei RRC. While we still occasionally face COVID-related challenges, we are committed to executing our development plan and sustaining our growth momentum. I want to take a look at some recent developments that have happened within the past month. On June 30th, 2022, Uxin entered into definitive agreements with affiliate of Neo Capital. This was for 714.2 million senior convertible preferred shares of the company. This is an aggregate amount of $100 million, which will be paid in multiple installments. Yesterday, on the 27th, Neo Capital assigned its rights and obligations to an independent third party. They subscribed 14.5 million senior convertible preferred shares for a total price of $5 million US. And on July 19, 2022, Uxin issued 183.4 million Class A ordinary shares. This was to 58.com Holdings in exchange for the full release of the company's obligations under the convertible promissory note issued to 58.com on June 10, 2019. And the company expects its total revenues to be in the range of 600 million to 620 million renminbi for the 3 months ended June 30th, 2022. I want to take a look at a news article in regards to the future of the automobile industry in China. Back in early July, Bloomberg came out with this article saying China pledges to keep up support for auto sales, used car market. Back in May, they cut the purchase tax levied on low-emission passenger vehicles by half. This builds on previously announced measures to support businesses and consumer spending. Several local governments and automakers have since pitched in with subsidies and incentives to entice buyers. And the sweeteners seem to be working, with electric car sales set to hit a record high of almost 500,000 vehicles last month. The jump in EV purchases also comes as production disruptions and supply chain snarls ease, alleviating shortages. The China Passenger Car Association, which releases June data on Friday, has forecasted NEV sales will reach 5.5 million this year. And this is with the rural area not really a part of the NEV promotion. They say that encouraging car sales in China's vast rural areas was another area officials said would be examined. Car consumption may see relatively fast growth as policies bolstering the sector take effect. And these measures are very practical and target breaking down some institutional barriers that restrain the development of the automotive industry in the long run. Right now, Uxin is at 71 cents per share, and I haven't bought Uxin in quite some time. I've just been holding and I plan on keeping it that way for the foreseeable future. This position is small in my overall portfolio, so I'm willing to see this through for a long time. And look at the Uxin stock subreddit. Their online inventory currently has 2,169 units. They just added 38 vehicles. There it is, a quick update on Uxin. This company is fairly quiet and I'm totally fine with that. Like I said, I haven't bought recently. I've just been holding for the long term. What are you doing with Uxin? I'm interested in finding out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you everyone. Thank you Uxin Army for tuning in. As always, stay safe and I will see you all next time.